The Mazda CX-5 is Mazda's mid-size family SUV, and it slots between the Mazda CX-30 and the upcoming CX-60 in the Mazda range. Now in its second generation, the Mazda CX-5 has really established itself in the Irish market. It's the brand's best-selling model here, and it's known for its fashionable SUV looks and high-quality interior. This latest version goes on sale priced from €36,745, and it goes up against rivals such as the Hyundai Tucson, the Kia Sportage, the Toyota RAV4 and the Volkswagen Tiguan. So in this video we're going to take a closer look at this latest version of the CX-5 to see how well it performs as a family SUV. Remember, you can browse Mazda cars like this CX-5 on Carzone.ie, Ireland's trusted motoring marketplace. The Mazda CX-5 is easily one of the best looking SUVs on Irish roads. It's sleek and it's sporty, and it's got beautiful surfacing that catches light perfectly, particularly in Mazda's signature Soul Red Crystal or this ultra modern polymetal grey metallic. 17-inch alloys and LED headlights come as standard. Now this latest version also has a new bumper design front and rear. There's also a new light design front and rear, and there's also a new grille design. There's also a new colour called Zircon Sand and a new trim level called New Ground, and that gives a real outdoors look to the CX-5. This one that I have here is the Hamura edition, and it goes on sale priced from €43,895. It's got a real sporty finish to it. It's got gloss black around the wheel arches, at the lower front bumper, at the rear, along the sides of the car. There's also these 19-inch black alloy wheels. There's black wing mirror caps and a special red signature in the front grille. The Hamura is my pick of the range, but what do you think? Leave a comment below and let us know. Powered tailgate comes as standard on some of the higher trim levels, and it opens to reveal a boot of 522 litres, which is very competitive for this class of vehicle. There's also some handy underfloor storage, and there's also a flat loading sill, which is really practical. You can also let the rear seats down from these simple switches in the boot. There's good space here in the back of the CX-5 for adults. I've got plenty of leg room and headroom as well. Now the middle seat is on the narrow side, and there is a small hump here on the floor for the middle seat passengers' feet. But you do get Isofix anchors on the two outer seats, and the doors open really wide as well for good access to the rear of the car. There's also an armrest here, so your backseat passengers will be very comfortable. You've got two cup holders, a space for a mobile phone, and there's also two USB ports. Up front in the CX-5, there's good elbow room between you and your passenger, and you sit high up here in the CX-5, so it feels like a genuine SUV from behind the wheel. There are 6 trim levels for Ireland: GSL, New Ground, GT, GT Sport, Hamura and GT Lux, and they add more premium features and safety equipment to your CX-5. The interior of the CX-5 is starting to look a little bit old-fashioned compared to some of the newer rivals. For example, you don't get a full digital display here for the driver. It's more of a traditional dials layout. But the CX-5 bounces back with this great quality. It's such a stunning interior. There's lots of soft touch materials, and leather upholstery comes as standard on some of the higher trim levels. You also get this 10.25-inch screen, and it's not a touch screen, which is quite unusual as well, but you control it via this rotary dial here on the center console, which is very simple and straightforward to use. There's also shortcut buttons here, and that system is compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You get 2 cup holders here, and there's also storage onto the center armrest and 2 USB ports. Wireless smartphone charging is also new for the CX-5. Standard features include automatic air conditioning, cruise control, automatic lights and wipers, and parking sensors. The Mazda CX-5 is sold in Ireland with petrol and diesel engines. There's no hybrid option like in some of the rivals. You can choose from a 2-litre petrol with 165 horsepower, or there's a 2.2-litre diesel with 150 horsepower in the front-wheel drive version, or 184 horsepower in the all-wheel drive version. There's also manual and automatic gearboxes available. The petrol CX-5 is really quiet and smooth to drive, but I think this diesel offers the most satisfying driving experience in the CX-5 because it's got more torque and it's also the most efficient of the range. It's got plenty of power as well, so it never gets too noisy under acceleration. It's certainly one of the most refined diesel SUVs in the segment. Mazda has also tweaked the ride and handling in this latest version of the CX-5. Now, the CX-5 was always a great SUV to drive, and it still very much is. It feels really athletic on the road, the steering is really precise, and it's just really good fun to drive. It also rides very well, even on these big wheels, it's very comfortable. So should you buy the Mazda CX-5? Well, the CX-5 is definitely maturing and it's not the most high-tech offering in the segment anymore, but it does still stand out for its design and quality and of course the practicality of being a 5-seat SUV. There are more options now than ever for the CX-5 and it's still a great choice for people who like driving. You can find this CX-5 and more on Carzone.ie, Ireland's trusted motoring marketplace. Please subscribe to our channel for more great video reviews of the latest models to arrive in Ireland.